Have you ever been afraid of something so much that you avoided it at all costs? Maybe it's a big test, speaking in front of people, or even trying something new. Today's story is about a little duckling named Daffy, who was terrified of water. Can you imagine? A duck that's afraid of water. But guess what? By the end of this adventure, Daffy learns something incredible. Stick around to find out how Daffy becomes the bravest duck in the whole pond. Once upon a time, in a cozy little pond, there lived a duckling named Daffy. Daffy was the fluffiest, most pond. But she had one big problem. She was afraid of water. Whenever her friends dived in, Daffy would stay on the shore, peeking nervously at the water. What if I sink? She thought. What if the water pulls me under? All the other ducks would try to encourage her. One duck say, "Come on, Daffy. The water is fun. You'll love it." Other ducks said, "Don't be scared. Just dive in." But Daffy shook her head. She couldn't do it. What if something went wrong? Her fear kept her frozen on the shore. It seemed like every other duck was brave, but not her. One day, while watching the sunset from the hill, Daffy overheard an old wise duck, Grandpa Quack, telling a story to the younger ducks. "You know, little ones, when I was your age, I too was afraid of diving into the deep waters. But I learned something important. Courage doesn't come from never feeling afraid. It comes from facing your fears, even when your heart is racing." Daffy's heart skipped a beat. Grandpa Quack's words made her think. Could it be that courage was something she could learn, just like flying or swimming? Maybe it wasn't about being fearless, but about doing it anyway. Daffy, whispering to herself, what if I tried? Just a little. The very next day, Daffy stood at the edge of the pond once again. But this time, something was different. Her heart raced and her feathers fluttered. But she had made a decision. She was going to try. Daffy nervously, but with a spark of determination. "Here goes nothing!" With a big gulp, Daffy leaped into the air and splash! The water surrounded her. For a moment, she felt like she was sinking, but then something magical happened. Her little webbed feet touched the bottom, and she popped back up to the surface. Daffy excitedly, "I did it! I did it! I'm swimming!" It wasn't perfect, and Daffy still had a lot to learn. But she felt braver than ever before. She realized that the more she faced her fear, the less scary it became. "Come on, everyone! Let's race!" From that day on, Daffy swam with confidence. She learned that fear doesn't disappear, but it can become something that helps us grow stronger. Sometimes, all it takes is one small step and a little bit of bravery to discover a world of possibilities. So remember, just like Daffy, you can be brave too. Subscribe for more amazing content.